it's kind of good for what's not there. It's like a breath of fresh air to get away from some of those things you'll see over and over again in these dramas.
You say you love me, but I don't think that is true.
Welcome. I'm Halo Eden Gray. This is What's Next. So, back to talking about drama. I talked about a drama that I really did not care for last time, Well Intended Love. If you'd like to see that, I'm going to drop the link to that video in the description of this video. So check it out, like, share, and subscribe as always. So today, I am talking to you about a drama that I like. Oh My Ghost is actually really good. And I think I appreciated it more the second time I watched it because it was initially was probably, I'm pretty sure it was like the third drama that I had ever watched, Korean drama that I had watched. And so I think since then I've watched so many dramas and I've gotten used to seeing kind of the same things over and over again. And a lot of those things are actually missing from Oh My Ghost, and it's a really, really good thing. So it's kind of good for what's not there. It's like a breath of fresh air to get away from some of those things you'll see over and over again in these dramas. It was 2015 that this drama came out. It has, oh, my girl, I love her. She plays the main female lead. Her name is Park Bo-young. I hope I'm saying that good. Yeah, she has, I've seen her in a lot of dramas. You might have seen her in Strong Girl Bong-Soon. I'm bad. I'm probably butchering that title. She's played in a few. She's even in Abyss. I've been watching her in Abyss as well. And she plays Bong-Soon in this one. And so she's main female lead. Kinda. Because it's kind of split with Kim Seul-ki. Now, I don't know much about her, but she was great in this. I really did like her in here. I really liked her. She did a good job. I really liked the character. They both did a really good job, obviously. But she plays Sune. So they kind of are both the female lead. We'll get into why in a second. And then there is Jung-eun. Okay, so he plays the head guy, the main male lead, Chef Kang Sanu. Yeah. I like him. He's in Hospital Playlist. In case you want something more recent that he's in currently in Hospital Playlist. Another person that you'll recognize if you haven't seen this drama, if you have seen the movie Parasite, one of the actress in there in Parasite, she's also in this. Her name is Jung-eun. Hope I'm saying that right. She plays a shaman in here. She does a great job. I've seen her in so many dramas. So let me tell you what it's about. Basically, Bong-Soon, she can see ghosts. It's not a main focus of the show, but it is kind of important. Bong-Soon doesn't actually sleep very well because she's bothered by ghosts at night keeping her up. She actually ends up getting possessed by Sune, who is she's a ghost of a woman who died young. Maybe 20, and when she died she was a virgin. So she has yet to cross over into the afterlife because she feels that her unfinished business is that she wants to lose her virginity. She doesn't want to cross over as a virgin. So she is going around possessing women to try to hook up with guys, but it's important to know that Sune has a ton of negative energy, and unless she finds a man with a lot of positive energy, it's going to cause a problem. So every time she tries to sleep with these guys, when she possesses some woman, she ends up putting them in the hospital. So one day she's trying to run away from the shaman because the shaman is trying to force her to go ahead and cross over to the afterlife. And she sees Bong-Soon. So she's just kind of waiting at the crosswalk and kind of dozed off and doesn't see Sune. And Sune jumps right on into her body. Now it's important to know that Bong-Soon also has a lot of negative energy, and that there's this thing mentioned about if a ghost jumps into the body of someone with a similar frequency as them, it'll be hard for them to depossess that body. So that's what happened there. So she kind of got stuck in there. Anyways, through Bong-Soon, through her possession of Bong-Soon, she ends up working at the restaurant that Bong-Soon works at, as Bong-Soon, and she meets Chef. It's Chef Kong, but throughout the whole thing, they mostly call him Chef. She meets him, and it turns out he has a ton of positive energy, so she hatches her plans to try to seduce him. I don't want to tell you too much about the show because I really, really do like it, and I would suggest you go watch it, but there will be spoilers, okay? So like I said, what's really good about this drama is the stuff that's not there. So there's a lot of tropes through watching dramas I've seen over and over again, and to tell you the truth, I don't like them. I mean, it gets annoying after a while. It gets really tedious. So the first thing is the male lead is not an asshole. He's not a trash person. I thought that was so great because normally they're trash people. They're just so, they're so horrible, and you're just kind of like, I don't know that I want this person to find love, but then they find love, and then they're changed by it, and they're so great and wonderful now. Whatever. I like this better because I felt like he was not a trash person even before he fell for her. He was actually a decent guy. He reprimanded Bong-Soon because she had fell asleep on the job and ended up kind of causing kind of a small fire or whatever. And anyways, he was like, you need to decide if you're serious here or, you know what, if not, you need to quit because you're going to end up hurting someone. And so she actually ended up deciding to quit. And now it was after, when they went and got her and brought her back, it was after she had gotten possessed. So at that point, Sune had possessed her, so she actually didn't really know what he was talking about when he came to her, and apologized for being so mean to her the day before. And he was just like, you know, give it 30 days, and then if you still don't want to be here, then I hope you find something else. And he was just like a good guy, like a good boss. I thought he was decent. Even without knowing that this old, you know, Sune's dad, she was with Chef, and they ran into her father, and so they went to his restaurant, her father's restaurant, and helped him hook up a hose. And so the father was really grateful, so he made a meal for Chef, and Chef doesn't eat rice. That's important. He doesn't eat rice, and maybe because he doesn't eat it, it gives him indigestion or it gives him a stomach ache, or maybe it always gives him a stomach ache and that's why he doesn't eat it. I don't know. Either way, he offered the older man offered him 2 bowls of rice. He gave him rice, and then when he ate it, he didn't complain. He didn't say, I don't eat rice. He just went ahead and ate it. And then when he finished that bowl, the man offered him another bowl, so he took it again and ate that bowl. And so later on, he has a stomach ache, and Sune's like, why did you eat the rice? Like, if you know it upsets your stomach, why did you eat it? And he was like, well, first of all, he was older than me, and he was offering me food. It would be rude for me to refuse it. And secondly, that man lost his daughter, and I felt bad for him. And so I just thought that was so great. And then he had a lot of traditional values, and oddly enough, I think that's like a really attractive quality when a person like is, you know, culturally traditional, if that makes any sense. So I just thought he was a decent guy, you know, had a lot of respect for his elders, and just decent for the sake of being decent. They do try to play him like he changed because he loved her, but honestly, he didn't really change. I just feel like I was watching how this character is when he's in love, and so I really like that about him. And that particular actor just has a very expressive face. So when he's happy in a scene, like, you kind of feel happy for him for some reason. And then, like, when he's sad, you're like, why did you hurt him? I don't understand. Another thing is none of the women in this drama are stupid. None of them are stupid. This is really serious because so many dramas, the women, even if they start out as like productive, like normal adults, as soon as they see the male lead, they will instantly forget how to walk and forget math. Like, it's just none of them, not just the main female lead. There was no like dumb side friend, nothing. None of them were dumb. None of the main females in there. Not the mom. She was successful. She was a chef's mom. She was actually a professor, and she got paid for speaking engagements. Then there was the shaman, who was, you know, well respected until she was having problems with Sune. So, but she ended up getting her kind of title back and her pride back or whatever in her job. The second, like the female love rival, she was like she worked on TV shows or whatever. She was successful in her career. And then you had Bong-Soon, who started out, she was just kind of a chef's assistant. So basically like a dishwasher there. But she ended up winning a competition and going and studying overseas and learning how to cook. Sune was a good cook. Of course, Sune is a ghost. She was dead, but she wasn't stupid. She was not, you know, they were normal people. And I don't know, that's such a breath of fresh air. Also, they weren't like overly apologetic for everything. Initially, Bong-Soon was like that. When Sune possessed her, Sune was, you know, really feisty. So then that character, Bong-Soon, became very feisty, and, you know, and so when someone was just trying to come down on her for doing something, she'd be like, hold up, I don't even know why you're acting like this. Like, you need to back up and you need to change your tone. So I really, really love that about these characters, that the females were, you know, they were likable, and they weren't always beating up on the guys either. And that's another thing, that the violent women, yeah, that wasn't happening either. So both of these things were good. I really like that about the females. And then the female lead, not even like the lead, but like the rival, was not clingy. There was a, you know, like I said, a female rival. Her name was So-young. She was, you know, beautiful and all of this, and she works at a television station, and they end up doing a show that Chef appears on with Bong-Soon. And So-young likes him. But she actually was originally married to his friend, to his best friend, who I'm guessing died, to Chef's best friend, if I didn't say who I was talking about, Chef. Anyway, and she was married to his best friend who died. And so those two had remained friends. They had been friends since college. They all three had. And he actually had liked her before his friend, but his friend made the move first. So he just kind of, I don't know, he just, you know, he has some self-esteem issues, I think is what it is. So he never really was forthcoming about it. When she, you know, she did finally say, hey, you know, I like you, whatever. And at that point, unfortunately, fortunately, I guess for the viewer, but unfortunate for her, he had already fallen for Bong-Soon. So she ended up, you know, bowing out gracefully. At one point, once Chef and Bong-Soon got together, she called, So-young called them up and was like, hey, I want to have dinner with you guys. I really want to get to know Bong-Soon since you're dating her, you know, whatever. And you think, oh, is she plotting? No. And so Chef gets called away because he needs to go pick up his sister. And just leaves Bong-Soon with her. And I'm thinking like, oh, this drama, they're probably about to make something crazy happen. Like, she's probably about to do something. She did not. She let her go on about her way. I was really happy about that. She was like, are you sure? Do you need me to walk you home? You know, Sunwoo's gonna kill me if something happens to you. I like you too. You're great. You're really feisty and you're adorable and whatnot. So I thought that was great. And actually, when she met Bong-Soon, like officially, that was actually Bong-Soon. Bong-Soon was not possessed at that point. So I really love that she was not clingy and just and none of the women were really like clingy like that either. Like, even when you watch a lot of dramas, oh, he didn't call me for 24 hours, oh my goodness, he didn't text me back within 5 seconds of me texting him. Like, there was none of that going on. They were just like normal people, I guess. I don't know. Maybe my idea of normal is the one that's off. But like, they had a life. Like, they had more to them, not just loving the male lead. Like, you know, so that was nice. Also, there's no second male lead. This is kind of good and bad. In a way, they kind of have people. There's one of the other chefs at the restaurant named Jung, who I love. The guy who played June in here played in Chicago Typewriter as well, which I just watched, and he was like the bad guy in there. He's adorable, but he played the bad guy too well in Chicago Typewriter, so I didn't like him in there. But in this one, he was actually like a really cool dude, and he kind of, I don't know, like he said he liked her, but like I think he looked at her more like a sister. I don't think he had a problem. Like, I didn't think he was trying to come between them. But they kind of use him in a certain way because at times Chef gets jealous of, you know, their interactions. But other than that, no, there's nobody really like rivaling for either of them, which was great. It's good and it's bad because in a way, because of the things that this drama didn't have in it, it had to add things that maybe it shouldn't have. But it was still nice in a way to kind of just to get together, and it's nice. And then it just kind of, you know, goes sour because of, you know, what you would expect. Like, basically, Bong-Soon and Sune decide, once Sune is able to jump out of Bong-Soon's body, which is when Bong-Soon's sick, she's able to finally get out of her body. So Sune convinces Bong-Soon to let her use her body long enough to sleep with Chef. Now, Bong-Soon has had a crush on Chef anyways, so she's like, you can be with him, just let me, you know, do my thing, then I'm gonna cross over, then y'all will be good. She's like, you know, y'all have gotten closer since I possessed you. You know, that wouldn't have happened without me, so I'll make them yours and, you know, do what I need to do and then get up out of there and you can just be happy. So Bong-Soon decides to, you know, go ahead and agree and let Sune possess her again, this time to get Chef. And then one of my favorite kiss scenes, one of my favorite kiss scenes happens, and I don't know, it was perfect and it was so cute. And then he was like, I like you, and he's like, yes, let's be together. Like, I don't know, it just got cute to me all of a sudden. And so anyways, that happens, and then so then things get complicated, as they would, because in trying to pursue Chef to get with him, to sleep with him, Sune also falls for him. So obviously. And then when Sune does go, you know what? I said I was going to back off, so I'm going to back off. Bong-Soon feels guilty now. Like, she deceived Chef to get him, and now, you know, she needs to come clean, because that's how dramas go. So there wasn't really a lot of conflict or like a lot of threat to their love once the relationship got popping off. So it had to interject other things. So unfortunately, got to get into things I did not like about this drama.
You say you love me, but I don't think that it's true.